Hey, shalom, shalom. You know, out there to the hopeful elect. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I want to first off give my praises and glory number two. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, tell us truth and well, open flock. Peace and mercy to all you Akim, and same truth and sincerity. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Bummer God coming at you with another quick listen. To the sparing power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, defeat the flock of Israel. Which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the lowest chosen nation of people, the lowest tribe of Israel, and the only nation on this planet that has salvation coming to us. So times are getting closer and closer. And I just wanted to do, a quick, Lord's Way Out to Find lesson on, take this correction, all right? Because the reward, that we're going to get for taking this correction is going to be beyond, this brain's comprehension, man. And this ultimately stemmed from, the lesson that me, the priest Marikab and the priest Kwam had did on Monday, which is definitely a must watch, man. I'll pull it up. I'm watching it again. I'm about almost like an hour in. Let me see if I can flip that for y'all. GMS Kwam. You just look at GMS Kwam. As a matter of fact, I'll pull up the video for y'all. Like, real quick, because I definitely, want to make sure brothers and sisters who watch me, watch that lesson. So let's see, right? You go here. You just want to type in, like, history. See, this lesson right here. And then it's on the Priest Marikab's page, too. All right. It's locked, man. I just wanted to, pull that up for y'all real quick. But, hey, definitely take this correction, man, because the amount of rewardance we're going to get, the amount of, bro, hey, this so-called suffering that we're getting right now won't be able to be compared. Bro, like, and I just imagine it like this, bro. The first minute down here, the first minute, we have the new bodies and whatnot, bro. The first minute in the kingdom, all that correction, bro, is gonna be gone, bro. Gone, bro. Man, you don't even want to think about that correction because it's like, dang, I just had to go through this. Yes, bro. The Lord just had you going through that. So now, the Lord just had you go through that little amount of suffering. Yeah, sure, sometimes the flesh might be like, oh, this is kind of a lot, but bro, it's not going to be able to compare. Can you imagine, bro, being put in new bodies? Can you imagine, bro? Bro, and this is how you know. We going to know to be able what fresh water tastes like. What everything, bro. We don't know what fresh air smell like, bro. That's why I said the first minute in the kingdom. See, the first 60 seconds, all that correction gonna be out the window, bro. It's gonna be, dang, I just had to go through that. But let's get started, man. I don't want to ramble too much. So we'll start off with this. This is John 14, verse 2 in the KJV. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. So yeah, man, Yahweh Shai, man, he went to go prepare a place for us, man. That's why we got to take this correction. Because, hey, man, he suffered for us. And now he's going back up Now he going back up in the spirit, like, hey, man, all this correction that we going through, bro, ain't gonna be able to be compared. Why? Because your house, bro. Your house shy said that, bro. He said, I go to prepare a place. So we gotta look forward to that place that being created, man. We can't be, oh my gosh, bro, I gotta go through this today. I gotta go through that. I gotta go through. No, bro. Take this affliction, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be so happy. Yo, bro, that smile that's finna be on your face, bro. When all this is over and finished, finna be beyond imagination, bro. So let me grab this preset. Right. This is Second Ezra 8, start at verse 52. Point, we'll end at verse 54 in the GNTD. It says, for all of you, paradise has been opened. The tree of life has been planted. The world to come has been ready. Because then we just read that he go to prepare a place. So yeah, man, the world to come is, being made ready. All your needs have been provided. The heavenly city has been built, full of rest for your labors, has been offered. Goodness and wisdom have been perfected, man. So, hey, all the suffering that we go into, man, we finna be full of rest from our labors, as the scripture said. We ain't gonna have to worry about nothing, bro. What are you worried about for, bro? Bro, who's gonna be worried about who's gonna be worried about something in the kingdom, bro? Nobody. The source of evil has been sealed off. Yeah, bro. Ain't no more Esau. Ain't no more Esau, Moab. No, bro. Ham. Sealed off. But we know the source of evil is who? Esau. So he's being sealed off so that it cannot reach you. Yeah, so he can't reach us. And hey, man, even in that day, he ain't gonna be able to reach us. Because why, bro? The Lord's gonna raise the standard, bro. That's why I'm saying, Salah, forgive me. That's not why I'm saying. That's why the Spirit is saying, take this correction cheerfully, man. That's gonna be the title, matter of fact. Take this correction cheerfully. All right. All sickness has been removed. Death has been taken away. Hell is gone, and corruption has disappeared. So, hey, man, ain't gonna be no more. Hey, bro, grandma just died, bro. I gotta go to the funeral. You think somebody dying in the kingdom, bro? Immortality. What are you worrying about, bro? Immortality, bro. What are you worried about somebody dying for? If we're gonna be immortals. All suffering has been taken away, and the treasure of immortality is at last revealed. The treasure of immortality. But why is it like? Because guess what? You know why is that treasure? Man, we've been working for this treasure. Matter of fact, we've been working for this treasure. So now when we finally get that chest, and the Lord finally give us that penny, the Lord finally gives us that key. You gonna hear this? Now you got whole immortality, SPs. But hey, that's just that key that the Lord gonna give us, that penny, just open up to a whole different because open up to immortality, open up to the kingdom, open up to SPs, open up to not being able to cry anymore, open up to pulling these heathens and slave, bro. Just that one penny, bro. So that's why you got to take this correction cheerfully. That's why you got to take this correction cheerfully, because hey, man, ultimately the Lord got the Lord got so much. It is our Father's good pleasure, bro. Good pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. So stop mourning, bro. Stop mourning, bro. Stop being down, bro. Yeah, we know we in hell, bro. We almost out of here, bro. That was it on that. So we'll be at James 1. Oh yeah, this in the NLT too. James 1 verse 2 down to verse 4 in the NLT. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles come your way, consider an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. So yeah, man, we gotta just let our endurance grow, bro. Because we ain't gonna be, bro, we just gonna have the spirit on us in that day. The spirit, bro. Ain't gonna be no ain't gonna be no unless you're not a brother. Everybody gonna have the spirit on. Why? The elect gonna have the spirit on. Why? Because they've been taking this correction, bro. They've been enduring. They've been being fully, developed in the backgrounds. As the scripture, ain't that what the scripture just said, bro? So hey, we'll close it out after this precept, But I just, really just wanted to target the point, like, bro, stop being down, bro. Stop being down, bro. We know, bro, this place is trash. Beyond trash. Doo-doo. Donkey doo-doo. Man, we know that this place is beyond terrible. But hey, you got the body, you got the spirit. The Lord, is sustaining you every day. So what you got to be, down for, man? We in the last minutes of the race, bro. And then you're gonna receive that prize. So this is Philippians 2, verse 12 in the GNTD. So then, dear friends, as you also obey me when I was with you, it's even more important that you obey me now while I am away from you. Keep on working with fear and trembling to complete your salvation. So yeah, man, just keep working, bro. Keep building, so we can get our salvation, man. But hey, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to close out by giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Shem Kakudash, Divine Seed, Pastor, the elders, great millstone, telling the truth of my flock. Peace, mercy, I can listen with sincerity. Keep staying strong, brothers and sisters. We almost home. Take this correction cheerfully. Shalom.